that's when you word up. They tryna come around when you win and really learn. Fuck 'em. I'm never less. Never used to get so stressed. Let's go. Really get rest, but I keep it going. Yeah, I'm having fun. It's kinda nice, man. Thinking better days, champagne on ice. Look, I know that I'm a foreign star. If you might type, I'll make you mine. If they ain't showing no love, I don't let it get to my mind. And I be getting to it with my craft divine. I claim what's mine. I can't play all of those games. I to protect my time. I know that I'm a foreign star. I'm never less. I used to get so stressed. Can barely get rest, but I keep it going. Yes, I'm having fun. They're clear. Cooling on the Sunday through the lime in the beer. Cold Tito's got me cooling, but I'm seeing clear. Remain disciplined. She asked me what I use. Cocoa oil on the skin. That I make it bend. That's all elements. I got the power in my hand. Keep it going. Do what you can to make it stand. I just hop on beats to teach it. Ain't nothing, man. The seeds I plant I reap. Got in real plush, damn. And the fruits I eat, cause I planted way back when. The way I rip the beat, be divine, just like me. Angels on my side and the demons about to meet. We all a team. I keep it clean. Go through me, man. Damn. Hey.
Appreciate you, Skinny. My bad, I got you. I just had to mute it for the music, but we good. I said, good to see you, and glad to see you back in here, you know what I'm saying? Champagne on Ice is fire, bro. I know we gonna circle up the catalog and things like that, because I know I have so much songs, bro. It's just, I gotta do some visuals for them. We're gonna shoot some fresh visuals for some of the old songs. I have some old songs that are circling back right now that people are hitting me up. Bro, I like that song. Shoot a visual for that. Alright, so I'm making a list from the catalog right now, you know what I mean? So we're going to keep doing that. Of course, so once someone in the chat said they're feeling sick right now, this is definitely going to be times, guys, new moons and full moons. You know what I mean? Infinitely major times of energetic shifts. So always remember that the moon is going to be corresponding to your... the moon is corresponding to your emotions, not just the emotions, but the tides, the waters, right? We're 70% water. So the moon right now, it always shows us an extremely important shift, right? Whether it's a new feeling, or being overfulfilled, having to release something. So a lot of times, the new moon, you're gonna feel something differently, feel something new. That could be sickness, a cold, etc. This is it's gonna shift how you move right now. So that oftentimes that happens. Catalog hella big, brother. I done spent a couple years grinding. I told myself, and even then myself right now, in terms of project-wise, my goal is 33 albums out. You know what I mean? And then from there, I can maybe shoot everything, kind of catch up, let the world catch up afterwards. But I make a song. Last year I was probably on 2024, bro. I was on like 3 songs a night. That's how much I was working. I have my throwaway catalog is like 300 songs. So it should be wild. Over fulfillment for sure. That's usually for the full moon. So a lot of times the full moon illuminates things that we've been keeping underneath the surface, right? Of course, the new year is and the new moon is an interesting thing because it always shifts your emotions, how you feel. It's always going to shift how you feel. It's going to bring a new emotion, and it's going to have you looking at things in a different way. So you probably, like, knowing you, I know you're, I don't want to say information, but I'm not sure your rising sign. But if I knew your rising sign, your Pisces is right now is probably near your 6th house or your 2nd house. That's why you're feeling the sickness right now, because it's having you look at areas, or being reminded of areas that you kind of look into or look at more. You know what I mean? So the new moon is like a clean slate. So a lot of times it's cleansing. It's not really cleansing, but it's lighting to the building blocks. What do you need to look at now? So like a lot of times being sick around this time is like, okay, you gotta focus on the health, because that's something you've kind of been ignoring or haven't been so focused on. So right now you're like, okay, let me shift how I feel towards how I take care of myself, in terms of your health aspect and your day-to-day routines. Jay, I appreciate you. All our followers and things like that. We've been hitting banger reels. Shout out Culture. Appreciate you in here, brother. Gina, shout out. We gonna drop that song out right now. Make sure y'all search on Ice. It's off the Completion album, MC333 Completion. Y'all find it. But I said skinny throwaways. Definitely being modest. You know what I mean? Those are just ones that, like, I'm very selective, bro. My catalog's big, but I'm my own biggest critic. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do 10 songs, and I'm like, I need to get like the best 3, you know, and kind of from there. So that's how I am. I probably have throwaways that y'all will be like, yo, this is a smack. I'm like, no. So 100%. Yeah, Sean Ice. I hear you, brother. You know, I miss these lives. Yeah, your lives be key. Like, we've been dropping straight gems. I'm not gonna lie to you. We just had the channel's been doing great as well. Lives don't get pushed in the algorithm as much, but as like they did before, like everyone's noticing at certain milestones, YouTube kind of your accounts differently, things like that. But overall, it's been decent. We going here consistent, so shout out to you. Champagne on Ice, chat. That's out now. MC333 Champagne on Ice Completion album. I'm gonna run that up. Let me catch up to the chat. Peachy. I see you. What's happening? How you doing? We're gonna get Vin Smoke. So you talk about you Leo. We're gonna get into the Leo. Any more emotions? I am ruled by Mars and things like that. You gonna feel. Plus Leo, you gonna feel. Percent we the feelers, 100%. And then the moon is here. So and y'all feelers, women out there that have feeling moon signs and things like that. It can be like it's even harder for y'all to get a grip around your state in times. You know, if you have like moons, a lot of times you can initiate things really quickly, naturally, like out of habit. You don't realize like they don't catch up because a lot of times backed by action. You know what I mean? So a lot of times y'all act on an emotion, and then you don't realize like where that action will lead you, but it actually was acting on emotion. So you have to kind of Aries is natural, so that feels like acting on your emotion is something that's naturally occurs, which is a good thing. It's just when it's in the negative polarity and you're angry, try not to act on that. Bro, YouTube shut off your notifications for your channel? That's crazy, bro. They be doing some shit, gang. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm trying to tell you because you've been here. Like, you've been someone who's actually observed my channel for a while. You've been consistent in the chat and things like that. Like, they actually do shit, bro. Like September, my IG, my Meta, everything got shut down. You know what I mean? Y'all turning off notifications for my subscribers. You know, weird, bro. That's why even with the things I do, with the info I put out, like, I've only been doing like, and then I do like the pre-record stuff, new moon, full moon. That's it. But I don't do too much. Like here, it's more on Patreon now or private. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like to get super deep on the YouTube. You just be mindful. Owners of said platforms and things like that. Just yeah. But shout out to Rumble. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rumble. At some point, maybe we'll cut YouTube and go to Rumble. But you know, YouTube, we love YouTube. You know, it's a great platform. It's just sometimes with certain words you gotta be mindful of and stuff like that. Which is why we only stream on. I don't really do the Twitch and the Kick and all that other stuff, bro. You know, it goes to show, like, even a big channel, like you know, even a big channel, but it goes to show who has real information, and not even just that, but what information causes real influence. So people can downplay, oh, bro, like, I'm not the biggest, but the fact that I have that much, they can see that much impact is something to be aware of. That's all I'm saying. And that's not even me being in my ego and things like that. It's just real life shit, you know what I mean? Like, why does the boat so much level of man? Yeah, it'd be wild, brother. It'd be wild, like the type of shit that be getting pushed up here. Vin Smoke said, "I like a girl, but she doesn't know it." Wait, hold on. Let me read that. Let me reread your message right now. What's up, Peachy? Hope you're doing good tonight. You know what I'm saying, I like a girl, but she doesn't know it yet. Oh, yet. Sorry, I typed that. Wet. That's why I read it like that. And we are both. I hear you. It's gonna be, you know, dating similar Zodiac signs. It's gonna cause a conjunction within your energy. So it's just a lot of emphasis. To be friction, but a lot of energy there. So just depending on your octave, speaking whether you're someone who has patience or not, like, it requires two people to be present a lot more within the relationship, because you come with the same energy and it can headbutt sometimes. A lot of times it will. So, well, yeah, brother, I know you get me. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been observing for a while. So, hundo, people be going crazy about views and clout, but they're all fake. Y'all just look at the real ones and know who have the impacts. Yeah, no lies. We built this chat brick by brick. Yeah, y'all know, like, telling you, culture. Telling you. That's how real community get built, bro. That's how real things happen. You know what I'm saying? That's how real things happen. Appreciate you, Gina. In the spirit realm, all these physical attributes and numbers and things on screen they don't know who the biggest in the spirit realm for surely. Man, they know who has true information and true influence and true knowledge that can actually change the way people maneuver in the world, and that's what's quote unquote they're worried about. Can't even say certain things. Yeah, algorithms. I'm goody. I hope the same for you. It's our year, y'all. Yeah, it's 100%. 100% chat. 100%. Alright, Lunar New Year. Fire Horse is here. We're gonna be dropping a Fire Horse video for the Year of the Horse tomorrow, likely. Just gotta do some editing in the back end for the production side of the thing, production team. So that'll likely be up on the YouTube tomorrow. In terms of right now, we're going to be doing a collective reading, because I know I haven't done a collective reading for a file. So, Mary, we're going to do any requests right now. If you guys are going to do any requests after the live, after we do the breakdown, and then that way, you know, affect how we upload this and things like that, we'll do some requests. I see some coming through on the IG side, so shout out to you guys. If you guys have personal about the new year, personal readings, the live deal starts at $50 for you guys who want personal readings. That's your full astrological breakdown and how this will affect you. just hit DM, put it in the chat, and I can write your name down on the book if you haven't been in here. Due to the live stream, we write everyone's names down in this on our handy dandy booklet right here. We reach out to everyone afterwards. If you want Lunar New Year readings, live deal starts at 50 chat. That's the deal. Dealio. Number 5 is the number. That's actually the Leo number 2. Number 5 is the number of expression and things like that. So shout out to 50. 50 starts there, and just put your here, just say me, and I'll make sure to write you down and reach out for your reading afterwards. For those who have requests, we'll make sure to do live requests after the actual breakdown. That way we don't we're not energetic reading and things like that. The message comes out clear. Everyone can listen. Replay gang can listen smoothly through and things like that as well. So we about to get into it. Follow another somewhat smaller channel. I started with electrical type content and random stuff for like the last 10 more than a year. So how has his channel skinny like has it been like, has he gotten a push or has it been slowed down as well? You know what I mean? I'm interested to see like other niches. I don't know any like creators been uploading like, well, okay, crazy we ever heard of the Bible. Real about it. Yeah. 100% woke loosely. Yeah. And have you noticed her on their well or what? I'm interested to see, because I actually don't like many creators. It's not and they yo, they know what's good, bro. They know what's good. Like, that's all I got. These guys know what's good, and the people who are like, you know, the smaller things like that. If you don't have the awareness, you'll think do it. You'll end up quitting. Yo, YouTube's not for me. Yo, this is not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you switch the content. You're like, how is it pushes, bro? It's just what, you know, like, and because it's like, but not even, bro. You think, like, it's still, we still the platform. It still helps grow the platform. You know what I'm saying? If they're not anything off of like ad spend, and so it's like, why they ad? It's just annoying, you know? It's like it clips in over. Yeah, see, that's bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's how I see strategy with certain shorts I post and things like that. That's what helps the growth and it converts to long term. But even then, I have a system that will always push my vids, my actual audience and things like that. So building a community is actually important, because without the community, you cannot hope for YouTube or things like that to push some shit and expect to get pushed. You're gonna be cooked. You're gonna be jail right now, bro. These guys last like my IG, the new, like the one y'all chat. This is a new IG, like my personal new one. All my business accounts, my old label account shut down. Everything. They've been like 5 years of just open my Instagram when they logged out. Like and if I didn't have like an ecosystem of like on my own site and things like that, I would have never been able to reach out to people and be like, guys, there's a new IG. So that's a whole business that pretty much could have got lost in the wind if I didn't build a foundation for myself. So again, these platforms, there's not all no sugar in it like that. Just this community tab just disappears sometimes, comments disabled, children content warning, block the vids. Yeah, nah, trust me, all kind of stuff. No, it's crazy, bro. I know. I can imagine how, you know, things are for him. And it just goes to show, bro, it's confirmation on everything we've been saying. You know what I'm saying? Everything we've been saying. I use a lot of because this type of content is more niche. They're not going to give the push and stuff, so I use a lot of the short form content to get to bring people in and show them, like, oh, what kind of info is this? And then they end up clicking and they learn something new. You know what I mean? So it's like you're planting seeds through short form. So I'll use like some regular mainstream short form, but the long form is always going to be my music, my things, everything. You know what I mean? But YouTube's not going to push the long form stuff like that based upon what you're speaking. These are important things to be aware of, right? Unless you're in a certain niche that'll get pushed, then yeah. Made of it. No, I will. I definitely. I'm actually gonna write that down because it's a crazy topic, bro. And to be honest, I'm gonna, because I did one when they took my IG and I talked about Meta. That's actually a video on my channel. So I spoke about Meta and things like that. And then I just did one with Spotify. There's a big Spotify just took like 6K of my, like, what? What do you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to Spotify. I go on my dashboard, my distributor. They say artists are delaying payments from Spotify. No one's paid from Spotify right now. Everyone's last month payment from Spotify is on hold. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Guys on teams, how are you a multi-billion-dollar company and things like that? Like, it's crazy. Even people, they're getting a run around. So imagine bigger artists, right? Imagine bigger artists and things like that. So it's interesting. But we're going to talk about it, brother. Talk about it. So Chat, let's get into it. We're gonna go houses first before we pull any cards. We're gonna get into the house system. Yeah, culture. Hopefully, you have that IG. You know what I mean? That it's, and if you have if for y'all listening, if y'all have Meta, your FB attached to your IG, disconnect that, bro. It was that apparently got flagged, and bro, and I didn't even do anything, and then it cross dinged IG and cooked everything. So just do not attach, 100%. All right, now we in here cozy. We in here. He did a book on the book. The Book of Magnetism. Yeah, from a Freemason. You know, he gives a name and says Google him. There's nothing there. Yeah, I was talking about. Yep. Actually aware of that book. So it makes me like there's certain like we're talking about certain things, certain topics, or certain. Just makes me wonder, because there's yeah that because bro, even that like the topic of healing and things like that too, and that's that in itself, when your health system, that in itself, I had people that it's no longer things like that, that will shift big things within the health system. We know stories like that too, and things like that. Mercy Lover 2000, appreciate you popping in. We gonna get into the energies chat. I'm just gonna grab a charger. Okay, where's my wire? We're gonna go through the health system. If you guys know what your rising sign is, just listen out for your rising sign, and y'all will know. See, what to plug this in so we don't die. Things like that, and then we can get into. We like to wait for a little bit because when we see these requests coming in, things like that. It's interesting when we just get live, all these requests and join the live and things like that. Hopefully these guys have real questions at the end, and we'll bring that back. Different books. I think my search is being messed up because I can't search it out. What I'm watching content wise. Yeah. 100 bro. Especially with the algorithm AI recommendation, a lot of what you search right now is not even gonna be on the internet. Like it's crazy. It's a lot of it's gonna be very curated moving forward, right? So even a lot of I have, bro. I got shit. We'll do like a live one day just about some of the that I know is actually like solid. You know what I mean? That they won't put out there. That a lot of the natural herbalism books, certain books on astrology, certain books within like on when I say I mean like just hit books on like signatures and what mind can do and things like that, psychic abilities. That won't be pushed because a lot of that was studied by CIA, 3-letter agencies. So yeah. So yeah, we'll win requests afterwards. If you have any questions, just put it in the chat. Appreciate you. We're gonna get into the house system chat right now. I know I've been saying that, so let's get into it. Staying hydrated over here. Yes, 100%. Do a even inside our community chat. Skinny, you get in the Patreon, and you can always send some stuff too, because that's where we're growing. You can be a free member in the Patreon, and it'll send you an invite link to chat, where it's like things like that. It's actually like just a Discord community. Oh, you're good. Like I got on right now, and things like that. But as soon as I get into it, we going now move forward, which I'm about to do right now. 100% it is this. So I got my fireplace on. Nigeria in the house. That's solid. The north side, Canada, East Coast. Anyways, I don't need the cards right now, so let's get into the houses. Boom. So we're gonna start with my Leo. I'm on my Leo. So for y'all on YouTube and Rumble, make sure y'all follow Leo Daily Memes. If you guys have Leo in your big three and things like that, I know any Leos, go send them the channel them the page like that. And yeah, appreciate you. So we're gonna start with my Leo risings, and of course, if you know your rising sign, great. You don't need to know your house system. Just try to find out your rising sign. If you don't know your rising sign, we'll make sure to give you that we can provide your unit chart for you if you need. Queen Mo, appreciate you. So Leo risings, you're gonna have the new moon. Let me pull up the chart real quick. This new moon and lunar new year. It's gonna be in your 8th house. Moon in Pisces. Yeah, new moon and Pisces. So obviously we're out of which. Leo, for you, being out of Aquarius is good. This is guys, okay? And this is for quote unquote Leo rising. This is Leo risings. This has nothing to do with your sun sign. So keep this in mind. If you're a Leo sun, that's completely different and separate than your rising. If you are a Leo rising, then apply it to you. How can I know rising sign? He says, and talk a little more slowly. You say, I'm African, and it's hard to keep up with your speed. I apologize. If you want to, you're okay. You're live. I appreciate you. My bad, as I've been waiting to do this. I will make sure to do the breakdown a little slower for you. But if you don't know your rising sign, we can do your rising sign for you. If you don't, you can't get risks because our ratings are $50 minimum ratings for our live deal. Then you're gonna have to find your birth chart, and you get that finding your birth time. You try to find your birth time, your birth location, and obviously your full date of birth, and put that into put that into astrocharts.com, and you'll get your birth chart, and you'll know your rising sign. When you know your rising sign, you can then listen out for that. You could probably find a more generic calculator if you don't want your whole birth chart online. That can just give your big three, sun, rising. Of course, you know your sun because you're a Leo sun. That's your sun. So the sign is your sun sign. So yeah, what's important is for your moon sign and to find out your rising sign. That way, because your rising sign is based upon your time of birth, which your birth dictates your house system. Your house system is the area of life or area within the body that these energies play out. Okay, so if you're thinking of medical astrology, that's important as well because that associates directly with the organs. Okay, if you're thinking of life, like things are going to play out for you, yourself, your values, your possessions, your social media, online. These are playing out first, second, different houses, areas of life. Okay, so Leo risings. Leo. Oh, I hear that, brother. I hear that, bro. I almost got banned on Discord too. I'm not gonna lie. Snapchat I don't use no more. It's too personal. Niggas who want my snap, I'm like, I'm not giving you my snap, brother. I only have people that like know me since I like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I try to keep that very, very minimal. Yeah, and that's what I say. If you're on, for those who I may be going too fast for, go on YouTube and watch the full video. You guys can check out the channel. I'll put it in the chat, MC333, YouTube and Rumble, and you can slow down the video. You can put that at 2x, to lower the speed, so that way it'll do that for you and slow it down for you if we're going too fast. So you can set the video to half speed. Shout out to my moderator over on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. That's what's good about YouTube and Rumble, why we do it there. You guys can speed it up and slow it down as well. I know for us, sometimes we talk quick to, kind of get, I have a Mercury in Sag, so bear with me. We're fast talkers. But I try to articulate the best as I can so you guys can understand, So, Pisces, I can actually pull, I'm gonna pull this up for you guys right here. That way y'all can see a little bit of what I'm seeing as well. Hold on. Boom. There you go. We're going to pull that up right there for you guys. So, yeah. So, shout out to YouTube. Y'all can see on screen. Give you guys something to look at, which is dope. So, we're looking at the chart right now. Of course, over here is what we're looking at. The sun, 0 degrees Pisces, which is awesome. The moon in the same position right now. We know this lunar new year was 28 degrees Aquarius, pretty much starting 28 degrees Aquarius. So, this, we drop videos. So, if you guys haven't watched that, make sure you go watch the full video on our channel. The moon in Aquarius deals with associations, networks, and also communication. So it's fixated emotion, So there's either coming into reacting in terms of ideologies. So a lot of times, and it's not necessarily new emotions, but honing in on the forms of communications and networks and future ideologies that you've had for yourself that you want to continue toward with. So it's like kind of like it's energy that you wanted to emotionally, right? That's dictating your. This is very like future oriented, so it not necessarily has to. That affects your network. You know what I mean? Your ability to think towards what your future is. That'll affect who you position yourself around. So that's how the right. It also does direct correspondence to associates, people that and people information, forms of consciousness, right? As the next sign there, this neighbor sign is Pisces, which deals with the subconscious, the collective unconscious, right? So a lot of the associates and things like that you're around that you can affect your subconscious or the collective or you're going to position you in some way that you may or may not want for yourself, right? Unknowingly or unknowingly, which is extremely so when you're moving forward, it's always like, all right, you have to understand associates because associates can dictate how dreams play out, your fantasies, or even your delusions and illusions. Sometimes you could be around the same people that's supporting an illusion, or yourself. Pisces, 12th house, the last sign of the, and then Aries is right after, the first sign of the zodiac, house of self, which is Aries highlights who you are, right? The house of self, and Pisces is about the collective. So how is your form of knowledge and your network and forms of communication and unknowing associations affecting how your dreams manifest and come to fruition or supports a delusional version of reality? That's directly corresponding to where you're going to end up in the future, or today, present time. You know what I mean? So that's how it's all interconnected, chat. I'm going to clear that up for you. Just the passion manifesting. Yeah, no, trust me. Some yes, some hear it as it's possible. My guy bringing the truth. Nah, hundo. I've had some, bro. If you don't resonate, it's kind of like that too. Especially because it's like not the frequency of it. It comes through like a. So people will come through and try to come in the chat and be like, bro, you talking bullshit, or bro, I don't understand what you saying. It's like how, but like you're dumb. You know what I mean? Like just say you don't know. You know this is new information, but be like, oh, this guy's talking bullshit, or you ain't even like as if I'm speaking a language. Like what? It'd be funny to me half the time. For real, I'm not gonna lie to you. Love Jones. We started the breakdown right now for and we're actually on Leo rising. So we're doing a breakdown of the house system for Lunar New Year. So Pisces season as well, and the new moon in Aquarius/Pisces. We're just talking about the Aquarian, Piscean, Aries, it's all interconnected based upon cycles and transitions. Okay, so your forms of your consciousness, which is the mind, the mental ability to think. Aquarian, the air has something. That's the starting point, and that's what leads to connections, interconnections, and also associates. Energy based upon this guilty by association and things like that, or the opposite, good, or it's the opposite of beneficial, I guess. Beneficial of associations, or whatever that word is, things like that. Then that comes to be based upon, who you are. The connection, the association has directly the neighboring sign Pisces, which deals with dreams, or delusions or fantasies or illusions. Who you are knowingly and unknowingly associated with can affect how your delusions or dreams and fantasies come to be, and directly affect you, which is Aries as well, first house. Her wavy. Nah, literally, like, just say you're dumb. Like, it's like people more in their ego to admit they don't know something, and instead of compared to you not profit, bro, or you not what you, bro, shut up. Go, like, what are you doing? Like, you're not doing nothing for yourself. You're doing nothing on the internet. You're not doing nothing to inspire, change, aspire, impact. Nothing. You're just talk about a whole lot of nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like just dumb and you didn't learn shit in your life. And you're fucking mad that you don't know anything at the state you're in. That's fine. We're here to wake up at our own states. We all have our own. The fact that you're in your ego mad that you don't know something is crazy. You know what I mean? It's like then learn. We all have these. It doesn't mean get in your ego and attack the messenger because I'm providing information that you know is good for you, but you don't know it, and I know it, and I'm the one saying it. You're mad. What? I'm saying, like, absolutely insanity. Absolutely insanity. Crazy. Anyways, breakdown. Back to the chat. Y'all was seeing me read the chat, but yeah, wait, yeah, y'all can see that. Well, y'all, like, that's me looking at the chat. Let me go back because I exited that. Bring the wheel back on here, boy. Bring the wheel back up. Bring the fam and rumble. Y'all can see the screen that I'm sharing as well, with the natal chart that's currently on screen. So that's a lot of the interconnection, right? With the new moon starting in Aquarius, it being on the Aquarian Piscean signature. Okay, the Aquarian, a direct connection to your associates, your forms of communication, how that directly affects your dreams and fantasies, or directly supports your illusions and delusions. Okay. So these are keys, because that's going to directly affect you. No, it's the last before into yourself. So like your who you're connected to, knowingly or not, is going to affect you. So this is why you have to be aware of certain spiritual energies, because you could just be wanting to connect to someone or with someone for the sake of desire. That's why if you look at someone with a really big friend circle, a really big social group, kind of be mindful, just because usually they know themselves well, usually don't have the biggest group around them. Okay. And that's just, I'm not saying even a friend group means like, no, but just understand that a lot of times the more you mix with your energies, you become like those energies. So, the five people, you probably have energies of your 5 closest friends if taking adopting some of those and similar traits from these people. And it's just by nature. It's not a good or bad. It's just what happens when we spaces spiritually, put ourselves to be in a proximity, physically, within, rooms, and like we're gonna pick up something from that space, right? Nice MCAT. I'm glad it resonates. And I am talking about this one a little bit more extensively because I'm on this is for my Leo risings. We're gonna get into that, but I wanted to just talk about the overall energetic signature of the new moon in Pisces right now, and why it's important to realize your dreams and realize your associations and who you're connected to, knowingly or unknowingly. Okay, so that's I mean knowingly. It's like knowingly and subconsciously. Subconsciously, old thought forms that could be influenced by certain people. Thought forms that could have been influenced by certain works, people, and associates that you know, friend groups from your childhood that you grow up to then be an associate, but your ideology and your identity of childhood, or that ideology that you identify with, is directly corresponding to your beliefs and how that manifests. So like all these things, that's what I meant subconscious or unknowingly, because a lot of it is subconscious. So it's important to clear out, like, okay, are my beliefs an old version of myself, an old identity? Cooking me up some breakfast while you talk culture, that's what I like to hear, good shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's late on the you know, breakfast for dinner. I had a scrambled, what did I have the other day? I like egg whites, but I had a scrambled egg on a croissant the other day while I was like out. And I don't really eat out too much. It was my first time like getting a breakfast thing out in a while. I'm like, I had to do it quick. At it, bro, was smacking. I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. Shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I try to home cooked, especially like breakfast and stuff like that. I try to do a lot of home cooked meals for the most part. But yeah, I was out all day the other day, and bro, I just smacked. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, so Leo, when it comes to you guys, all my Leo risings, now is the time to take the notebook out and be attentive. Okay, we're gonna get it. Cray, hundo peaskies. Wait, I can do this real quick, chat. Maybe I can do properties. No, it's not gonna say that. Yeah, no. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so Leo rising, put a pen and paper out. Let's get into it. Let me take a sip of this real quick. Hydration. Okay, order of confirmation. What you want? Shout out to my people. Shout out to my supporters. Shout out to Gina leaving comments and all that good stuff. Shout out to everyone. Yeah, we got 2 phones. One for the plug, one for the load. I'm playing. Leo. Okay, so if you're a Leo sun, this is going to play out a little bit differently for you, okay? So if you weren't here when I mentioned your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign, these are going to be key areas to look at, okay? This breakdown in terms of finding your house system is going to be a little bit deeper astrology than what you're used to. And you're going to need to know your rising sign, aka you're going to need to know your birth time and your birth location for the most part to know your rising sign, to get an accurate rising sign. If you want, we do it for you in the chat. We'll make sure you write it down and we reach out. But for the most part, you're going to need to know your rising sign. Your sun sign doesn't really matter right now. It does in regard to collective energies, but in terms of how this is going to play out in your life, interpersonally, it ain't going to be, because the rising sign is what determines your house system. Your house system determines the area of life that these energetic signatures are going to play out in. Okay, ski.
Baby trying to get down, said she fly, but I'm not that guy. And we ride to plane 6th dimension, that's why we caught another flight. We put all this sauce in the game, I know it's hard for them to not fight it. And I told baby you gotta feel it through in order to get through, don't fight it. If you was aware where to find your purpose, let go in diamonds. Talking crazy around me, mad at me.